He said, you think I'm a dog? I was like, what's she talking about? She came on, I know I heard. I was like, oh man, I gotta take it a little bit. I just sting. Sting my arm. You don't want it?
I'm sorry, no.
No,
they take it down like 80 times.
Shut up, because you was crying when they take you. Niggas in the bathtub. You on Snapchat. The fact that you crying inside of a bathtub because you was gonna get tasered. Shut up. Yes, she was. And Shatia was crying right behind here. She's like, shut up.
Yeah, things like 80 times. That nigga tagged me on my knee. And then he kept holding it like, I was like.
What's up? They tased Dion like freaking like 10 times. Dion was like, oh, I heard Dion
no, but Dion was grabbing that thing.
Nah, they tased Dion like this.
Smart, we had a remote.
I got the remote. Because she put it somewhere else. He got a pump, Dion. Oh, he ain't even know how to use a pump. That nigga sucks.
Nigga, I don't care if he got a pump.
If I was in the solo match, I would have used that pump. I know how to use it.
He didn't even hit me. I just caught 2 niggas.
So one thing, if she woke up at some point and fought back.
She got a piece of them?
Nothing under her nails, no fluids or torn hairs on the body, but I did find something interesting. Excised the skin right down to the fascia. He got a piece of her. So now he's collecting trophies? I thought so at first, but look at the size and location of the wound. She was fighting him off. So
oh, Dion got 3 kills.
Get rid of the evidence.
You said nobody could get 5, you said, or 6?
He said 5 or 10. So Dion trying to prove him wrong. That's why there's no idea Dion going off.
No question. We got the son of a bitch.
I can't get that many kills, except it's gonna be hard.
This is no longer.
What you mean Dion got versus every battle then?
False lineups.
Might die.
Rape and murder.
And if I get hit hard. If you get hit hard? Yes.
If I hear from them, it's the first call I'll make.
If he's getting any help, it's not from a family member. Gardner's got no relatives in New York. He talked to his business partners and his staff. Nobody's heard from him. Wife seemed pretty devastated when he left. I don't think she's hiding it. Dump his phone for the last 6 months. If it was a wrong number, I want to know what the conversation was.
Gardner's financials. All of the money belongs to Mrs. Gardner, but he's got access to everything.
Any recent transaction?
Yeah, a big one. $5,000 yesterday morning.
Oh, wait, Dion chopping right now, bro.
That's the you're rich. You want to invest $20,000. I thought the 5 was my limit.
Huh?
You better get class. I didn't see anybody.
Dion not getting that. He got 4 kills.
The guy had the park right here.
Yo.
Hey, are those recording?
Oh, benches.
This kind of business, you better believe it.
That nigga said he is 11. Why do y'all niggas say 11?
It doesn't tell you when he's alone.
I did type and take from him.
I haven't found it yet.
It's the same time frame. That's him exiting? Getting in that white SUV.
Like the one Carrie Sullivan had her attack. Did you get plates off that?
Not the way the camera's positioned. All the accident investigation unit could tell me was it's a 99 as far as 300. Sure.
Oh, you did?
He's getting into the passenger side. Who's driving?
See if I can blow it up. We'll go frame by frame.
I'm like, Dion, chopping, bro.
Gardner's got himself a girlfriend.
Any idea on the mystery woman?
One of those kills, though.
Nothing out of the ordinary now.
The problem is, this guy swearing up.
He got me 6 more kills.
And if he bought a free
I
plate,
don't.
I don't know who would know about that.
I need 1 more.
This was Alan's lawyer. Big surprise.
Oh, nah.
You got 5 kills, man.
Then you got 11.
And 4 months.
But you said 11?
I said 11, bro.
I thought you said 5.
You can't get that, though.
Because he's been having an affair with Erin Rust. She registered a vehicle to the DMV 4 years ago, 1999 white Lexus.
No, you could bet. I know I could. Gonna catch niggas slipping. I'm slipping, I'm doing a mop. Finna get all these minis. Finna have all the minis in the world. So I only need 2 guns. how I'm the slip phone the one doing the mopping.
Aaron, where is he? Who's Gardner, Aaron? Where is he? He's here.
Let's see your hands. Look at your hands.
What's a player right here?
Oh no. It might be like.
Oh, it's 2 players. I can get both of these.
Smart. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got 6 kills, bro.
Smart right there.
I need to know it's over. I tried setting it up with the people in charge. They said it was inappropriate. How did you convince them? They don't need to know.
Oh, it's all mine. I needed them.
6 kills.
You need to make it, Dion.
Kim, you get out of here, bro. If you get
I'm way better. Shut up.
you get out of here, cause soon Dion in the fight, you always messing him up like last time.
What am I finna do? All
You gotta
right.
get the heavy sniper, because you probably gonna be like, I need a heavy sniper.
I'm good.
Kim, move away from me.
Actually, I do want that sniper.
Doctor, what is it?
Neither of these niggas had any mags. I'm done.
Y'all got good.
And this is how to. Who doesn't love a good show?
Oh, who on the floor too, Dion?
Good battles evil. Stick around as I talk to these heroes and villains. Top Soup is presented by Sensodyne, the #1 dentist recommended brand for sensitive teeth.
Criminal justice system. Century-based offenses are considered
Don't snipe that, Dion. You gotta get a good shot off.
I got a good headshot though.
Felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. And their stories.
Can you take a photo? I'm waiting forever.
Pick that up, whatever that was.
Where's Vanessa? She was at the bar with some guy.
Oh, no, with Dion.
Wow, I don't even know what he was doing there.
He got a scar. This nigga sucks.
Oh, you got 6 kills?
7.
Need you. Girl, what are you doing?
You screaming? Bring your phone in. Got your brother down. While you lying, it was funny.
What?
Oh, that's
Yeah, man, I got them 7 kills.
Hudson, Hey, this your first game on? You should make the tab on first game on.
How'd you get that?
You mean a title? Yeah. You just said title.
Anything else?
I'm trying to rotate like around Salty. I don't want to go to Salty.
I'll beat you up.
Detective Benson. It's my partner, Detective Benson.
It's my first game on too.
Okay, we'd just like to ask you a few more questions. How long has Vanessa been
And you
working
will
here?
move.
About a month. Part-time.
What else do you know about it?
Not much. She's a college girl. She's always out there feeding the cats and arguing with her boyfriend.
Nope.
Tonight,
Boyfriend have a name?
Vanessa calls him D. I don't know what his real name is.
What do you know about it?
Maybe he's her connection.
Vanessa got high.
I don't know. I never saw her use him, but you know, one night she was in here and she was flying like a kite, and the next night she was right across the line, buddy.
My daughter works there the nightclub. I'll tell you what, we're on charge here. Sorry. What's your name? Ray Bevins. I'm Vanessa's father. Now, they said there was an accident. Is she okay? Mr. Bevins. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but your daughter...
Oh.
Sniper, sniper.
Yeah, combat too.
You gonna switch with it?
Mm-hmm. I'm done. Come on. I placed out 13.
Still 1 kill.
This guy had 1 kill.
You're turning 65. You're probably learning about Medicare and supplemental insurance.
I'm done.
It's great, but it doesn't cover everything. Only about 80% of your Part B Medicare costs, which means you may have to pay for the rest. That's when Medicare supplement insurance comes in. Pay for some of what Medicare does. Learn how an AARP Medicare supplement insurance plan, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company, might be the right choice for you. A free decision guide is a great place to start. Call today to request yours. So, what makes an AARP Medicare supplement plan?
Everybody was telling me it's fire.
Hey.
It's not fire.
Standards of quality and service.
Check his buns.
You junk is fire.
Features that any Medicare supplement plan
Keep
provides.
it 100% buns.
With any Medicare supplement plan,
So you gotta play it though.
Delete it onto the game.
there are no networks or referrals needed.
Trash. I don't even add nobody. I just scrolling up and shit. That's
Goes
just
with you when you travel anywhere in the U.S. A free decision guide will provide a breakdown of AARP Medicare supplement plans and help you determine the plan that works best for your needs and budget. Call today to request yours.
It's funny if you got friends.
There are 3 key things you should keep in mind.
I'd have killed him.
But it only covers about 80% of your Medicare Part B costs.
Killed this nigga.
Plan makes up 20% of the rest. 2. This type of
But why the bus charge so much?
doctor, as long as he
I charge $1, bro.
and
Huh?
I go on the butt. The butt ain't charge $1.
See,
No, it don't. It's all $20.
I know. What's it cost?
why you should choose an AARP Medicare supplement plan. Call today for a free guide.
what's the
There's so many people coming here.
Or for a loved one you know uses oxygen.
Wow, he got a shotgun. Why do people have a shotgun? No, I don't.
And I went from Memphis to New Orleans and ports in between, including going to the bayou in a little boat and holding an alligator to get my picture taken. I could not have done that.
Oh, no.
We got innocent. Our life was really at a standstill.
Yo, let's go. I gotta get there.
And this was a real life saving.
I'm being world. Yeah. I'm in world. I'm about to be in that World Cup, boy.
Take a moment.
I got my points up.
How you feel when you are freed up from oxygen. Picture the thrill of being able to go where you want, when you want, without ever worrying about running out of oxygen in the tank. That is the life you deserve. And it all starts right now when you call for more information.
If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, you already know the burden. Tanks are often heavy and hard.
It's weird how you open the soda.
Tanks
You open it like this.
and prevent you from traveling with a constant worry of will I find a bed of oxygen. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks and I I didn't dare go far.
It's time to reclaim your independence with a portable Inogen oxygen concentrator and say goodbye to tanks for good. The Inogen 1 G4 portable oxygen concentrator.
So yeah, sing your sentence.
Battery is designed to provide unlimited freedom from
playing yesterday, bro.
Inogen 1 G4, you can eliminate all of that gaseous oxygen tanks.
My eggs are so fast and great, I'm telling
So
you.
there are no tanks to refill or replace.
Yeah.
Everything pop.
Everyone touch the ground, you dead. Yeah, everyone touch the ground, you dead.
Yeah, you probably dry Terry.
Yeah, you dead. No, not.
G4 delivers the same purity
Don't go straight in there.
large oversized 12 ounce
Maybe get weapons. Let's do weapons at me.
The Inogen 1 G4 unit is lightweight and compact. It's only 7 inches high and weighs only 2.8 pounds. About the same size as a quart of milk. And it delivers
That's a D4 right here. I'm about to clap him.
I know, that's a fake beat.
Look, move, Lucas.
Told you that's a fake beat.
plug it into the power port in your car. Imagine taking a nice drive away from your road trip. It's not easy to load up the car with a bunch of tanks. It comes in a convenient...
I'm done. How? I'm done with this game. I was behind a wall.
But behind him, I rolled out, came back. It's moved out, came back. They moved out.
Yeah. What? What? You shut up. You're stupid.
I think got that thing. Go
online now for your free information kit.
Y'all
You got the blue hat.
don't got this guy.
Shatik wasn't playing when the shit came out.
You don't
I
got this
bet if I
skin.
got season
This
1,
skin, this. I got this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got a whole row of skins that you don't got.
Wait, you can reclaim your freedom.
I got a couple skins that you don't like.
I got 2 rolls that you scan that you on.
Alright, all rows that you don't have.
You don't got the wrestler skin. You don't got the 2 socks.
But I got 3 rolls right now skin that you don't have. So 3 rolls.
It's a lot of shit that they don't
I
have.
have like 3 too.
Season 7 battle pass. And season
Yeah, how did you get? How did you get 7 dollars?
But I didn't want it.
season 7 the whole roll.
The one
Your free information kit to find out more about our smallest, lightest unit ever. There's no
I killed him. To try
I
hard.
just bought season 7 rap just to have a rap, cause that was the first.
This is try hard.
I go tap. Oh, we first up the
That don't mean to try hard, you know. Look, he's a bot. You see how he's playing? You want to kill him?
I'm doing this on purpose. I'm missing on purpose.
This dude look like a bot.
Yeah.
Covered by Medicare or other insurance or no cost to you.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, never mind.
Free information kit.
Yeah, I know.
Anytime, anywhere. It's time to reclaim your freedom and independence with Inogen 1.
You just made me get up, bro.
Our Inogen
You
representative
just ruined my day.
your goals.
Stop.
Once a week, don't take the first step towards living the life you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us now.
Here.
Information kit.
They can beat me up now.
1369. That's 1-800-929-1369. Again, 1-800-369.
Yo.
I know why this thing.
You've taken the first step towards regaining your independence. At Inogen, excellence
Oh, damn, got to go tactical.
to you. In fact, we offer a setup for your unit.
You gonna drop like 2, 3
Online with you to answer any questions you may
I'm
have.
gonna die.
Go ahead and call now and take the
Like
first
mad fast.
My machine. 2-3 years not here.
tomorrow again.
They're fantastic.
Why not? I'm gonna picture him. I'm gonna send it to the girl. My girl. Alright.
But hurry up.
Go get the phone. That's when you there.
Or substitutions. Your Inogen 1
Alright.
will be covered by Medicare or other insurance at little or no cost to you.
Now, a little more about Inogen was founded
Oh,
in
yeah.
2000 oxygen therapy users.
Oh, that track queen. Oh.
Global market leader in
Yo, dude, this was
He
like,
didn't have a gun, so that was well, yes.
leader in the
I was gonna say.
45 countries.
Oh my god.
55.
We practice. We practice, right? He tried to through a window. He a hacker.
No.
He ain't no DM.
He shot down through this wide.
How?
He sniped him. That's not hacking.
How he always somewhere else? He always in another window.
Yeah, where? Yes, he is. He's not nowhere near over here.
He in a whole nother window. And then I was like,
Okay, I sniped you the old tilted window. You used to call me a hacker.
no.
I just had mad sniper in it.
You never sniped me through a window.
In season 7 in Playground,
No.
yes I did. I used to always beat you. You only beat me one time in Playground.
Then,
Yes, that time when I had the new starter pack still on, when I bought her, she was got it.
Offer hope to those struggling.
The lies is crazy.
I was watching crazy. You don't even know what was going on. Me and my
The
brother.
lies is crazy. Oh, I think I know where he is. Never mind, I know where Big Shield is though.
Why wait? You can reclaim your freedom and independence too. Here's your chance to find out.
Yo, is this where the block went? Yo, is this where like the block went?
Tanks are often heavy and hard to lug around.
Oh, I thought that was a default.
And prevent you from traveling with a constant worry.
I ain't gonna lie. Imagine that nigga all the way up here.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's time to reclaim your independence with a portable Inogen.
Wow, they just hit me all the way down here though.
The Inogen 1 G4 portable oxygen
The good thing you got that attack.
is designed to
It's a gun.
for oxygen.
I have no health.
Inogen 1 G4, you can eliminate all of the hassles of oxygen tanks. The Inogen 1 makes its own oxygen from the air. Refill and replace. Now you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
How many you got? Brother, I'm worried about it. Is it yours? It ain't just gone and gone.
It's the same purity of oxygen as your large, oversized quality oxygen concentrator, but with a much smaller size unit. The Inogen 1 G4 unit is lightweight and compact.
Yep,
It's
he don't know.
and weighs only 2.8 pounds, about the same size as a quart of milk. Yet it delivers the
Imagine that's that talking.
Key, did you play the game last night?
You can
No, it was a Shanti. Why about the castle?
and you can even
What is Shanti? What is Shanti 21?
imagine taking a
It
nice
is.
drive.
Oh, what?
Even a road trip and not
So what? So it's S. This has no Shanti, right? S-H-A-T-I-E-K.
Guess what? Can you shot team out playing
It's all for quiet.
on the game?
Ah, because I gave him the right password. Shut up.
S-H-A-T-I-E-K.
G4 meets advanced requirements, so you're
What'd you pick?
S-H-A-E-K.
What'd you pick? What'd you pick? A lowercase or a high? What'd you pick? A lowercase.
flow settings.
A lowercase what?
Customize it to your personal oxygen.
A lowercase what?
We prescribe
Not capital.
Inogen portable concentrator.
A lowercase S?
It improves our patient's mobility,
What, lowercase S?
improves their quality of life.
Higher case?
Gold standard for oxygen delivery.
Not a lowercase.
Call or go online now
Yo.
for free information.
Alright then, that's what it is, lowercase.
Latest
nigga.
unit ever.
Oh,
Inogen
everything's
sold
supposed to be
in over
local?
45
Yes.
countries, and its technology has received FDA clearance.
If I go home right now and at work, I promise I'm changing it and you never get it.
Wait, you can reclaim your freedom.
I'm done.
Independence too.
Yo, look at Mama.
The Inogen unit put me back to where I was before.
Oh, Mama.
Go get Inogen. It is a lifesaver. It'll change.
Where is it at?
You really should try
Hey, Mama.
Inogen. There's a world out there, and you can be part of it just like everybody else who doesn't have oxygen on.
Thank you so much, Inogen, for giving us back our life.
Let's skate up out of here.
Free information kit to find out more about our smallest, lightest unit ever. There's no obligation. Inogen representatives are standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call.
The customer service with Inogen One is absolutely a 10 times 10.
In the global market, be careful not to accept imitations or substitutions. Your Inogen One may be covered by Medicare or other insurance at little or no cost to you. Call the number on your screen now to get our free information kit and find out how you can use oxygen anytime, anywhere. It's time to reclaim your freedom and independence with Inogen One. There's no obligation.
You in my ass again?
Take the first step towards living the life you deserve today. Pick up the phone and call now to get our free information kit. Call 1-800-929-1369.
I'll let you both get down on here. Look at this 69. No, you're not on one.
1-800-929-1369.
I'll let you down on one hand. One hand.
Welcome back. Today we are introducing you to the Inogen 1 G4 portable oxygen.
I'll let you down on one hand.
It's possible to get the oxygen therapy you need without all the hassles and worries of tanks. The Inogen 1 G4 is an oxygen concentrator. That means it takes oxygen from the air around you and concentrates it to the same purity as your large concentrator. It delivers the same medicine,
No, he got me.
but in a small, portable unit that only weighs 2.8 pounds. It's super
Let's go play the chat
same
though.
as a quart of milk. And it's battery operated, so you are free to go anywhere you want. You have oxygen anytime, anywhere. Take long drives, visit family and friends, run errands, all whatever needs you. Even fly on planes.
I'm stop playing the ring 'cause I'm wasting my points.
You'll regain your independence. For those of you that have yet to call, we may have a few more questions about how the Inogen 1 G4 works. So we thought we'd walk you through the process. First, you call to get more information. Then we'll work with your doctor to make sure the Inogen 1 is right for you. We'll even handle all the
Chica.
next.
Why are you doing? Oh, I thought it was
Just like this. You have the Inogen 1 before you get out. You'll see features like the air filters that keep your air nice and clean. Simply slide on a battery at the bottom. Plug it in to charge the batteries. You can charge your battery from any outlet. And charge it when you are driving in your car. Just plug in the oxygen cannula and press the on button. Anything seem too hard or difficult so far? Of course not. Now you just select the oxygen setting that is prescribed by your physician. Then simply put on the oxygen cannula, just like you already know how to do. That's it. It's that easy. And if you have any questions about your oxygen or anything, our trained staff walks through that. In fact, we offer a setup call when your unit arrives. So you can be on the line with you to answer any questions you may have. At Inogen, we have excellent customer service that's always available to you. You can call the number on your screen anytime. As we hear from more people that love their Inogen 1 G4, start to imagine what you're like when you have it.
Inogen is the major market leader. Be careful to accept imitations or substitutions. Your Inogen 1.
I didn't do that at all. I picked you up. I picked you up like that and I dumped you on your head. I was already in the coach.
Excuse me, sir. How much longer?
Yours should be the lady next to him. Excuse me, the lady. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm so skinny before, bro.
That's not hard. Would you let my party please?
There are also backpacks. Inogen really does deliver on the promise of oxygen anytime, anywhere. And you'll learn all about the exciting processes that is available to you when you call now to talk to an oxygen specialist.
Not only the money that you might spend is the best unit on the market. I spent hours and hours researching all of them. Went to oxygen stores. There's nothing like it. If you ever want to buy a book of anything, I would buy this one.
You did a fabulous job.
Hey, you can't be like that.
We have gotten manager. I want you to know, I see him he's thinking of all the things that we could do to that. I can't
Do I think Imogen is worth your money? Oh, man. You better believe it's worth every single penny of it. How do you put a price tag on a life that you feel you're really living, not just driving around?
You hear it from so many Imogen success stories on today's program.
Get up.
Easier and affordable.
I'm not even done.
Yo.
We're just about out of time. Don't wait anymore. Call out.
I tried everybody to call this one, but I can make me catch up.
Change temperature activities and prevent traveling with a constant worry. What if I run out of oxygen? Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks, and I couldn't go anywhere much of anything.
What's up? I'm
Oxygen concentrator and G4 oxygen concentrator is designed to provide unlimited freedom for oxygen users with the Imogen all of the hassles of oxygen tanks. These
I'm going to see
from the air with no tanks to refill and refill anywhere.
Has given me back a life. I do not sit at home wishing I
My knee hurts though. I wasn't even hurt. All the rest of you? Yeah. And? Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's like, come on, he's back! He's back!
Alright, Thomas. Alright, time out, good.
Hey, look at over here.
Imogen particle concentrator because it improves our patient's mobility.
I don't think that charger works.
It is the gold standard for oxygen.
Oh yeah!
For your information. More about 45 countries.
go get me.
Yeah, we walked.
You really should try and get an Imogen. And you can be targeted just like everybody else who doesn't have oxygen on.
Thank you so much, Imogen, for giving us back our life.
Call now for your free information kit. Our smallest, lightest unit ever. There's no obligation.
The customer service with Imogen One is absolutely
Imogen is the global market leader. Be careful not to accept invitations or substitutions. Your Imogen One may be covered by Medicare or other insurance for no cost to you. Call the number on your screen now to get our free information kit and find out how you can use oxygen anytime anywhere. Inogen representatives are standing by to take your phone. Don't delay. Take the first step towards what you deserve today. Pick up the phone and call now to get our free information kit. Call 1-800-929-1369. 1-800-929-1369. Paid program brought to you by The program was a paid commercial which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and or services are featured in this program.
So put this up here. Put this up there.
Your family's life, your forecast for the next day, and live breaking news coverage. All at a time that's more convenient for you. The CW6 10 at 10, weeknights at 10.
We don't feel like it's nothing. And I wear my shorts, bro. Guys, dude.
The truth is, everyone says that's right.
I'm over there. So hot here.
Last man standing. Here's $4.
That's a beach up too, nigga. Like this, nigga. Get off your feet, little nigga. I'm off your feet, little nigga. Off your feet, little nigga.
And our services are featured
Off your feet, little nigga.
following program for the new Baltimore office is proudly sponsored by made in a soft and luxurious low top with durable anti-slip soles. The 4-minute memory foam insoles shape to your feet for unmatched comfort. And they're yours just for trying the Walkman Platinum Orthotics, giving you pain-free comfort and stability with every step you take.
I can do a lot of those things that I've given up that I never did again. I can do them now.
Yeah, do this, yeah.
I will never not have them because I will never live again. Get rid of pain, it's going to change your life.
And you can be free from foot pain too with the new Walkman Platinum Orthotics. Walking for years. They're medically and biomechanically engineered inserts that go over 7 years ago, introduced the original Walkman. Since then, 5 million
Stop playing around, nigga.
introduces the
Get over here, run it
we taken that and made it better.
King, stop playing around. He tried to slam me in the what you do? Punch it in there, nigga. Stupid.
And shock absorber. Everything else goes back in balance. Stability and comfort. Just imagine dancing.
Oh, let's go.
Yellow Hector. I already got somebody too.
You walk and live more comfortably than ever before. Now, all of America.
Like that.
Because of walk fit orthotics.
Yeah, I can't give you a pull. Why you won't? Why you driving?
Who has foot pain
And for related pain, related pain. And that began with their feet. Sit or flat, went into their shoes, straighten out their feet.
You're ready to go outside and go home.
Stu, you've heard me say this for years. Alignment.
You play in the backyard?
You align your feet.
What?
And you
You play in the backyard?
Go somewhere and play outside because you don't clean up.
Dramatically.
Go to the backyard.
Look.
They're up. They're out. They're going, walking, shopping, doing whatever they want to do. Pain free.
But you're probably all wondering what we're doing here at the Mall of America. Well, we have a couple of big announcements to make. And what better place to come than the biggest enclosed shopping and entertainment complex in the U.S.
I already put on deodorant. I put on deodorant.
There's a film mark with dozens of
Look, I got deodorant in my bag and I brush my teeth.
Perfect place for a great announcement. Stewie?
Well, it's exciting to people that got putting walk fits in their shoes. A little over 3 years ago, the last time we got together, there were 1.5 million walk fits sold. Today, that number has more than tripled. Now, there are over 5 million.
No, I smell it.
Walk-ins are being used by people in
That's your shoes, Bill.
No, it's not. I just got it and been here all night. They've been here all night. And then you put bitch no.
Oh, bro, I'm stuck on my foot. These shoes stink.
Knee pain, hip pain, back pain. These problems are aggravated by
My shoes been here all day, all night.
These are true orthotics that when you put them in your shoes,
I just got them in there.
stability and alignment. And we've heard from literally thousands of people out there. All had one thing in common. Pain. Walk fits went into their shoes and the pain went away. I had a chance to fly around the country, meet just some of those.
I couldn't believe going from that severe pain to no pain. No foot pain, no ankle pain, no arch pain.
Because the best in the
And
picture.
it was like,
I don't know.
I don't hurt. I can move. I can
can't
be
see the
normal. I can work. I can be on my feet for hours. I am out of pain. There is no pain. There is no pain.
A couple months ago, I found out I was a borderline diabetic, and the things I have to do to change it is to exercise, eat better, but the exercise is the most important part. Well, it's not always that easy to do that when you're a large person. I walk with my wife a lot, but I had trouble keeping up with it. I tried playing catch-up the whole time. It doesn't always work. Or in the past, it didn't work. Now it does. The pain is gone in my knee. I'm still losing weight. I can't see myself walking without these things now. One day I had pain in my feet, pain in my knees. The next day I had no pain at all. And the only difference was putting them in my shoes.
I couldn't walk. At the very worst, my feet would get so bad that I literally had to turn my feet and walk on the sides of my feet. I must have spent months trying to get on my feet. Then I thought it was the difference between doing the things that I want to do and I love, or just getting through the day with the pain. The one thing I think that the pain is possible. There's a reason that I can run and I can just have a normal life. I can wear pretty shoes. I can do everything I want and not have any pain. I will always have them and I will always wear them. Don't really have this before.
Yes, they represent your body, your foot, your ankle, your toe, your hip, your back, all the way up. But what happens when your foot or your ankle goes out of alignment? Everything compensates. Your bones can't support you, so your muscles try. You end up with pain somewhere between your feet and your back. But watch yourself. The beauty of an orthotic is that it aligns the foot and ankle. Then, everything else goes back into balance. The walk fit makes you feel a whole lot better. As you can see in this animation, if you're out of alignment, the whole body suffers. The ankle breaks down, the knees turn inward, the hip drops, the back tries to compensate, putting incredible strain on all your muscles and tendons. But with the walk foot, you help realign the heel and ankle, the knee straightens, the hip realigns. You're putting your entire body in better balance with stability and comfort. Remember, we're not just treating a foot problem, we're treating a body problem as well. So how quickly can you expect to see changes with walk fit, and how dramatic can those changes be? Just a couple of days ago, I set up shop here at the Mall of America. Hundreds of Midwestern folks lined up to
Ring.
Trying to cut him with Rick.
Rick? I think he'll take him off phone.
Yo, that shit that say for Chris, do not answer that shit.
Who was it?
All day. Google showed it.
She needs that card. If you card on Snap, and I don't know who that number is, but it looked real familiar.
That's racist.
Yeah, it might, yep, yeah, that's racist. I think so. 5 people right now. Hold on. The nigga, who's this right here?
All that shit is black.
What do you think? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, who is this?
No, you didn't move because you're all balanced, you're all in alignment. You know, and it's good to watch you guys, and you know, you always think there's something up or something. They're really cheap for balance. And I'm telling you, I'm on to tell what's that. I'm desperate for something different. And
these one of your boys out there in Canada.
I'm not keeping
That's what you talking about? Or you said Rich?
Well, I love my orthotics, doctor.
Rich?
This walk fit was a little different than the old walk fit.
Well, Mimi, we still have the same effective walk fit design as before, but we added a specialized gel pad where it feels most, directly under the heel. With this gel pad, you get much more cushioning and protection.
They don't got iPhone. If somebody took green, they don't got iPhone.
The shape of the new walk fit is the same, and the support and the stability are the same. It all begins with a BioLock heel cup. It supports both sides and the back of your foot to help lock the foot in and keep the heel from rolling. This is extremely important for stability. Then you've got your metatarsal and sagittal arch support. This helps distribute the eccentric forces so you land evenly and correctly. And most important, the walk fit.
I'm waiting to see them Lakers.
And then returns the energy to your foot to help you walk. Your foot actually conforms to the walk fit, not the other way around.
We discussed this during the last show. It's about those back chains to place your back and spine in the correct position to alleviate the pressure and the pain. And the walk fit is
Exactly. And still have our patented comfort arch inserts. 3 different thicknesses. These are going to give you the kind of fit and comfort you want the very first time you put them in your shoes. We now have an orthotic that protects, stabilizes, cushions, and absorbs shock like nothing else.
I've been wearing these for, I bet you 3 years now. I've got a pair in my work boots, and I got a pair in the shoes that I wear on the house all day. Every pair of shoes that I wear I have. If I don't wear them, then my feet
Yo, what up, though?
Walk fit has changed my life. I never thought it's amazing.
That was to the point where I would just, kind of crawl, almost literally crawl. I kept living on the premise that it was going to go away. Well, it didn't go away until I discovered the walk fit. I'm able to get up and not have to hobble before I go to move and do more things than I was able to do before. If I didn't have my walk fit, I'd be back in pain. I'm most assured of that. It was an incredibly good product. I am not being paid to endorse this. I love the product. I felt it was a good thing to let the manufacturer know how happy I was with the product and how our patients are happy with it, and I would tell anybody that this is the right thing for them.
I wear orthotics in my shoes every day. I always thought the pain in my feet and legs were because I was overweight. I now walk and exercise more with comfort and with much less pain.
Athletes in this before them have been using them for years. Until now, they're just too expensive. Finally, there's an affordable orthotic everyone can use. So affordable that even if you own the old walk fits, you want the new walk fit.
We'll be right back.
If you suffer from sore, aching feet, take heart. If just doing your job makes walking and standing painful, get ready for a change. Introducing the new Walk Fit Platinum Orthotics. Guaranteed to get you back on your feet, pain-free. More than 5 million people already know the benefits of the original Walk Fit. With its BioLock heel cup to steady and strengthen your heel and ankle. The longitudinal and metatarsal arch supports to distribute your weight and add balance. And its flexible action to cushion and return energy to the feet. But the new Walk Fit Platinum does even more to help guarantee your comfort. We've added shock relief. Our impact resistant gel heel pad for added cushioning and protection. Unlike ordinary cushions and pads that only support, your feet actually conform to the walk fit, moving ligaments, tendons, and muscles into more supportive positions. Remember, when your feet are off, your whole body is off, and you're like this unstable tower of blocks. Walking, even standing, can be painful. But WalkFit is engineered to help align your feet, spine, and pelvic area. So we're not just fixing a foot problem, we're fixing a body problem too. Look at the results of this independent clinical study by doctors. Over 90% got pain relief in their feet, knees, hips, and back when using WalkFit orthotics. Just imagine being able to enjoy things like dancing, bowling, taking a walk, or just going shopping without pain. Available in sizes for men and women. The WalkFits fit most shoes. And with our patented customizable inserts are comfortable whether you have high, medium, or low arches. Light and washable, they also have specially designed airbags to help keep your feet cool. And made of a virtually indestructible copolymer resin, they come with a lifetime replacement warranty. Similar orthotics cost $200 to $300 or more, but you won't pay anywhere near that. The all-new next-generation WalkFit Platinum has a suggested retail price of just $39.95, but you won't pay that either. Call in the next 20 minutes, and you can join the over 5 million satisfied users for just one low payment of only $19.95. That's right, half price. But it gets even better. We'll also include this bottle of soothing peppermint lotion to invigorate your feet and your spirit, and our special sandal adapters, so you'll never be without your WalkFits. And now, as part of our Comfort Spectacular, you can cradle your feet in comfort anytime you want with our all-new memory foam slippers for free. Made of a soft and luxurious velour top with durable anti-slip soles, the form-fitting memory foam insoles shape to your feet for unmatched custom comfort and support. Use WalkFit by day and ensure your pain-free relief at night with WalkFit memory foam slippers. A $30 value, yours free, just for trying WalkFit. And if the WalkFits don't make a dramatic difference in your pain, just send them back for a no-questions-asked refund. And keep the peppermint lotion and the memory foam slippers as our free gifts. And when you call, be sure and ask about our rejuvenating acupressure massage inserts to help alleviate stress and tension. And be sure and ask how to get a free 30-day supply of WalkFit joint formula with glucosamine and chondroitin to help maintain bone strength and mobility. Don't wait. Call now. Have your credit card and your shoe size ready when you call to let WalkFit put comfort back in your body. The WalkFit does what cushions and arch supports can't. They help give you comfort, stability, strength, and balance. Remember, call in the next 20 minutes and get the WalkFits with the 3 customizable inserts, the soothing peppermint lotion, the sandal adapters, and the memory foam slippers, all for only $19.95. Get out of pain. Call now.
I'm on my feet all day. This mall is huge, 4 floors, and I walk them all every day. For 15 years, I've had back pain, different pains in my feet. I put the WalkFits in my shoe in the morning. I do a walk once around the mall. My feet feel better, my back feels better. I'm going to wear them all the time.
These cushions and inserts we've been putting in our shoes for years.
Well, a lot of people buy these things and they do cushion, but I can't imagine they shock absorb very well.
Well, what about this gel thing? It's very popular.
Well, better. And that's why our new WalkFit orthotic has a gel heel for added cushioning. But by themselves, where's the support and stability? And how do they help with?
Alignment.
Alignment and stability. And don't forget, they have holes in the WalkFit to keep your feet cool all the time.
Okay, now, Doc, tell us exactly what's happening down there with our feet and why everyone should wear WalkFit.
Okay, let's go take a look at the skeletal muscles again. Now, as I've said before, there are 26 bones in the foot, and they all must work in harmony. When you walk, the foot collapses, and the bones can go out of alignment. Not only can that result in hip, knee, and back pain, but it can lead to hammer toes, corns, and calluses as well. Now, the WalkFit is a true orthotic, and when I place it under the foot and press down, you'll see that the orthotic is maintaining the alignment of the foot.
The WalkFit really can make a dramatic difference in your life.
Even if all you're doing is shopping. Now, just before the holidays, we gathered together a group of women and gave them one instruction: shop till you drop. They were very excited. After several hours on their feet, what they found was that walking and carrying all those bags of gifts was no holiday treat. My feet hurt, and my knees. I feel tired, my feet hurt. I am tired, my feet are pretty sore. My hip is starting to hurt, my shoulders hurt, and I just want to go home and go to bed. So we gave them WalkFits. But then, a week later, we lost the bags with the same instruction. Shop till you drop. This time, it's a different story. Their feet, their knees, and their backs didn't hurt. Lower back pain gone, pain on the balls of your feet gone. My focus was not on my feet. They're great. They're absolutely wonderful. I am pain-free. It feels so much better today. I have just literally shopped till I dropped, but I'm still standing.
The difference is unbelievable. I've had these things for a week. It is unbelievable.
Let me tell you, they were really one happy group.
Doc, these are good for kids and seniors too, right?
They're great for kids. As for seniors, they're indispensable.
He also said that WalkFit Platinums are great for athletes too.
They are great for athletes. When you run or jump, you're hitting the ground with 3 to 4 times your body weight. That's 300 to 400% more pressure on your joints. You'd be foolish not to have WalkFit in all your athletic shoes.
Well, no, I use orthotics in my golf shoes. It really makes walking the golf course a lot easier.
And Stewie, they can also give you a much more balanced swing by getting your pressure back over your heels off the ball of your foot where you're out of balance.
And they last a lifetime, guaranteed. In our last show, we actually ran a 52,000-pound steamroller over the WalkFit to show how durable it is. It came out a little dusty, but as good as new, with its support and cushionability intact.
But since then, we found a little more practical example of just how good the WalkFits are and how long they last.
Last year, we got a call from a guy in New Jersey who said he wanted to walk across the country, but his feet hurt when he walked. He said he had just bought a pair of WalkFit, and now they felt great. And he'd call us when he arrived in California.
We got that call last summer. We met up with him on the coast in Malibu.
You have to enjoy walking, basically. It's pretty basic, but you have to have some kind of driving. You have to love walking. Before I started this journey, I tried a lot of the brands, the gel foam, even some of the harder orthotics, and nothing worked. Saw the WalkFit on the infomercial, put it in my shoes, and I could tell they were working immediately. These are my 5th pair of shoes since I started in the Jersey Shore. You get maybe 400 or 500 miles out of a cheap $15 pair of sneakers. The WalkFit have lasted over 2,000 miles now, and they're still going fine. I ended my walk in Oceanside, which is south of where we are at this moment. Wonderful, really. Kind of relief in a sense, because I was tired at the time. I could not have walked across the country without the WalkFit, and I will wear them the rest of my life.
I'm not surprised at all the incredible stories we've heard. I've seen dramatic results with my own patients, let alone the 5 million pair that are being worn worldwide.
And by the way, these fit into most shoes. Loafers, tie shoes, work boots, even sandals.
Now you're probably wondering if there's anything else like the WalkFit.
Actually, there is something that's sort of close. This is the orthotic that you hear advertised on the radio.
They look an awful lot alike.
Well, actually, they're not. Where is the custom insert, the gel heel?
Plus, one more very important difference. These cost over $245. That's about 10 times the price of the WalkFit.
So don't wait. Start improving your life today. Pick up the phone and join the 5 million people who have experienced the benefit of WalkFit orthotics.
Now, we'll be back in just a minute, so don't go away.
If you suffer from sore, aching feet, take heart. If just doing your job makes walking and standing painful, get ready for a change. Introducing the new WalkFit Platinum Orthotics. Guaranteed to get you back on your feet, pain-free. More than 5 million people already know the benefits of the original WalkFit. With its Biolock heel cup to steady and strengthen your heel and ankle. The longitudinal and metatarsal arch supports to distribute your weight and add balance. And its flexible action to cushion and return energy to the feet. But the new WalkFit Platinum does even more to help guarantee your comfort we've added shock relief. Our impact-resistant gel heel pad for added cushioning and protection. Unlike ordinary cushions and pads that offer little support, your feet actually conform to the walk fit, moving ligaments, tendons, and muscles into more supportive positions. Remember, when your feet are off, your whole body is off, and you're like this unstable tower of blocks. Walking, even standing, can be painful. But WalkFit is engineered to help align your feet, spine, and pelvic area. So we're not just fixing a foot problem, we're fixing a body problem too. Look at the results of this independent clinical study by doctors. Over 90% got pain relief in their feet, knees, hips, and back when using WalkFit orthotics. Just imagine being able to enjoy things like dancing, bowling, taking a walk, or just going shopping without pain. Available in sizes for men and women, the WalkFits fit most shoes. And with our patented customizable inserts, are comfortable whether you have high, medium, or low arches. Light and washable, they also have specially designed air vents to help keep your feet cool. And made of a virtually indestructible copolymer resin, they come with a lifetime replacement warranty. Similar orthotics cost $200 to $300 or more, but you won't pay anywhere near that. The all-new next-generation WalkFit Platinum has a suggested retail price of just $39.95. But you won't pay that either. Call in the next 20 minutes and you can join the over 5 million satisfied users for just one low payment of only $19.95. That's right, half price. But it gets even better. We'll also include this bottle of soothing peppermint lotion to invigorate your feet and your spirit, and our special sandal adapters, so you'll never be without your WalkFits. And now, as part of our Comfort Spectacular, you can cradle your feet in comfort anytime you want with our all-new memory foam slippers. They're free. Made of a soft and luxurious velour top with durable anti-slip soles, the form-fitting memory foam insoles shape to your feet for unmatched custom comfort and support. Use WalkFit by day and ensure your pain-free relief at night with WalkFit memory foam slippers. A $30 value, yours free, just for trying WalkFit. And if the WalkFits don't make a dramatic difference in your pain, just send them back for a no questions asked refund and keep the peppermint lotion and the memory foam slippers as our free gifts. And when you call, be sure and ask about our rejuvenating acupressure massage inserts to help alleviate stress and tension. And be sure and ask how to get a free 30-day supply of WalkFit joint formula with glucosamine and chondroitin to help maintain bone strength and mobility. Don't wait. Call now. Have your credit card and your shoe size ready when you call to let WalkFit put comfort back in your body. The WalkFit does what cushions and arch supports can't. They help give you comfort, stability, strength, and balance. Remember, call in the next 20 minutes and get the WalkFits with the 3 customizable inserts, the soothing peppermint lotion, the sandal adapters, and the memory foam slippers, all for only $19.95. Get out of pain. Call now.
I love WalkFits. I don't just like them. I love them. And I'm not a salesman. I'm a preacher. But these work. And if you've lived with foot pain and to get relief from your foot pain, it's an amazing experience. It's a miracle.
I tried everything to get out of pain. The iontophoresis was steroids through the skin. That really didn't help very much. I had steroid injections at the site, and I had the custom-made orthotics. And I still could not walk. The WalkFits made a huge difference. To be able to do those things that give me joy that I thought I had to write off. I thought I'd never be able to do again. I've been able to do. And that means a lot to me. I'm so sorry.
Years of firefighting did take a toll on my feet, and nothing helped until I got the WalkFits. They feel great. There's no pain. I kicked myself for spending $200 for those other orthotics, and I could have bought 10 WalkFits for the price of one. I've been wearing them for 5 years. Haven't had a lick of pain ever since.
Welcome back. We're talking about the new WalkFit Platinum Orthotics, the #1 selling orthotic in the world, designed to help your feet, legs, hips, and back become pain-free with every step you take.
Dr. Allen, we only have another minute. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Mimi, as a foot surgeon, I am so proud of what these shows have done to educate people about their feet. Many people had no idea that putting walk fits in their shoes could change their lives so dramatically. Talking to them and hearing their stories has made me feel as good as I ever have about being a doctor.
Don't wait until pain and discomfort overtake your life. Give the new WalkFit Platinum a try.
Dr. Selmer is more than just the man on this show. He's my doctor. And if you can't visit him, do the next best thing. Pick up the phone and order your WalkFit orthotics now. I promise you, you'll thank me for that advice. For Dr. Alan Selmer, Mimi Umagan, and me, Stuart Pankin, be happy, be healthy, and walk fit.
Have your credit card and your shoe size ready when you call to let WalkFit put comfort back in your body. The WalkFit does what cushions and arch supports can't. They help give you comfort, stability, strength, and balance. Remember, call in the next 20 minutes and get the WalkFits with the 3 customizable inserts, the soothing peppermint lotion, the sandal adapters, and the memory foam slippers, all for only $19.95. Get out of pain. Call now. The preceding program for WalkFit Platinum Orthotics was sponsored by Ideal Living.
The preceding program was a paid commercial which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and/or services are featured in this program.
She loves him? What's not to love? Come make a meat chili and I can build the hell out of a gazebo. She loves him not.
I can't turn my back without Mike hugging me like that chihuahua.
Fall in love with Mike and Molly. Tonight at 7 on CW6.
Help starts here.
211 helped me deal with depression. 211 helped my parents put food on the table.
211 helped us stay in our home. 211 helped me live my life free from drugs.
If you or someone you know is in need of community health and human services,
You are not alone.
helpful information and assistance are one call or click away. Call or visit 211cny.com.
Yankees baseball. The biggest bet. The best bullpen. The Yankees take on the Orioles. Coverage starts Monday night at 7 on CW6, followed by the CW6 News at 10. September.
Coat. Rapid.
Remember the words.
We have 8 words.
Wait, 8? The bigger the fun. 25 words or less. Coming this fall.
When police uncover the charred remains of Southern Ohio's most eligible bachelor.
Pretty surreal because the fact that the body was so torched.
Lifelong residents of the quiet town of Lebanon will have to watch their step. People are freaked out, maybe even looking over their shoulders. The terrified community learns that their small town hides some big secrets. One of those dark corners you get into when you look into people's lives, controlling having an affair. But the man with the darkest secret of all remains in the shadows.
We ran out of leads. We didn't have a whole lot else to go on.
Until the smoldering body of evidence reveals the smoking gun. That points to the killer. I'm gonna get you for this. Rest assured, I'm gonna get you. How well do you know your neighbors? What lies behind the white picket fences? Comfortably situated on the outskirts of Cincinnati, Ohio, Lebanon seems worlds apart from its big city neighbor.
There's no comparison to Cincinnati. Cincinnati has your gangs, your guns, and your drugs. It's different worlds, but sometimes our worlds cross over.
With its quaint stores, whitewashed steeples, and historic sites, Lebanon's small-town charm is not lost on anyone who passes down their main street.
It's where you go for the Apple Festival, you go get pumpkins in the fall, or you go up to the old stagecoach.
But the lifeblood of Lebanon is its citizens.
People in Lebanon are middle-class, hard-working Americans. Some of them have been there forever.
After graduating from nearby Deer Park High School, All-American Golden Boy Troy Timar knows there is no other place he'd rather live than in Ohio. Like most other Midwestern boys growing up, Troy is the apple of his mother's eye.
He had many, many friends. He was a homecoming king. He played football and he was a senior captain. And we were very proud of that.
But Troy is not your typical big man on campus. His generous spirit and kindness outshine his mere physical accomplishments.
He was very, very sincere. If he met you once, and then the next time he saw you, he'd give you a hug and say, how you doing? When he asked how you're doing, he really meant, how are you?
There are many possible roads to success for this golden boy. But Troy decides to follow his passion, building things. When Troy goes off to college, he lays the foundation for a career in construction.
When Troy was in college up in Delaware, Ohio, he was a project manager. I was amazed that this company would trust him at such a young age.
After he graduates from college, Troy lands a job in construction.
He was been a project manager for a while, and he thought, well, if I have to do the bidding and all this other stuff, I might as well form my own company and be my own boss.
In 1995, Troy starts Timar Construction, and his first hire is older brother Jimmy. Before long, business is booming. Things are looking bright for Troy Timar. That is, until the morning of July 4th, 1999, when the residents of Lebanon awake to fireworks of a whole different sort. 15-year veteran Deputy Roger Barnes is nearing the end of an uneventful graveyard shift.
It was a slow night, you know. I was working midnight on Road Troy at the time.
At about 4 in the morning, his radio crackles to life.
Passerby drove on Mason Moore Road and observed the vehicle burning and called 911.
The flames from the wreckage soar 40 feet high.
With the flames as high as they were, the fire should have only been burning 5-10 minutes before it was dispatched.
As Deputy Barnes approaches the burning car, fire and rescue workers are already battling the blaze.
The flames were significant. I don't know if the car had exploded or if the gas tank had caught on fire, but I knew that something was adding to the fire.
After dousing the flames, firefighters make a bizarre discovery.
The fire units came up to me and said that there was a bigger carcass in the trunk.
As Deputy Barnes takes a closer look, he finds that things aren't quite as they appear to be.
I realized that I was
look for your slippers so you can go outside.
Deceased human being in the trunk.
The body is charred beyond recognition.
It was pretty surreal because of the fact that the body was
They looked everywhere for food.
Oh, you looked everywhere?
Yo, you was in auntie room?
peeled and burned. So something that's been ingrained in my mind ever since. My first thought was, oh crap, we have a crime scene.
Officer Barnes still has no idea who is in the trunk or how he got there. But something tells him it was no accident.
Pretty obviously, the body in the trunk didn't get there by himself.
At the Warren County Sheriff's Office, homicide detective Mark Worley gets the call. This Lebanon native has been putting away bad guys for more than a decade, and something about this case doesn't sit right.
Nobody really thought as much about it at first, other than it was probably a stolen car that somebody just dropped off in his field and set on fire. So finding a body in the trunk certainly caught everybody by surprise.
Their first priority, search the crime scene for evidence that might help identify the victim or killer.
We went to the vehicle, looked inside. The car
Look under the cup.
completely gutted from the intense fire. You couldn't make out a bin, you couldn't make out anything on it.
And finally, a clue.
We started looking around the immediate area around the car, where we saw a key, a remote or a key fob. The license plate was laying on the ground.
And nearby, the telltale sign of arson.
See a burn area in the grass between the car and the driveway, and that was consistent with some kind of accelerant being used.
And after a closer look, a dark story is coming into focus.
And once they extracted the body out of it, they determined there were 2 gunshot wounds.
These niggas, they black, bro.
He was shot once I believe in the chest, otherwise towards the back. Both rounds had a downward trajectory to them. This indicated to us that whoever the shooter was standing outside the vehicle.
But with little shot of identifying the killer at this point, Worley focuses on the victim.
The license plate that was laying on the ground. We ran that registration. The vehicle came back to a Jimmy Timor.
Jimmy is Troy's brother and co-worker.
We thought it was a possibility that it could have been Jimmy Timor in the trunk of the vehicle.
With all signs pointing to Jimmy, investigators now have the painful task of notifying the Timor family.
They knocked on the door and they said, "Looking for Jimmy Timor that owns a 98 Ford Mustang." I said, "Oh, that's my son. Come on in."
She told us that she had just talked to Jimmy about an hour ago and it could not have been him.
It seems that the charred body in the trunk is someone other than the very much alive Jimmy Timor.
So now we're wondering, who do we have in this vehicle? It's obviously not Jimmy, so who is it?
So I called Jimmy and I said that there is a detective here to talk to you about your car.
And what Jimmy tells police may be the key to solving the mystery of who is in the trunk.
Mr. Timor told us that he had loaned the car to his brother Troy the night before. Troy's missing. Nobody had seen him since the night before. And near as we could tell, Jimmy was the last one that saw him at this point.
A few hours later, the coroner's report confirms the Timor family's worst fears.
Through the autopsy, they did dental records and later determined who it was.
The charred remains belong to 30-year-old Troy Timor. And the inferno ravaged more than just Troy's body.
But that, it was like somebody hit me in the back of the legs with a baseball bat. Why? What was so bad that you not only murdered him, but you burned him beyond recognition? Why?
Why is the question on everyone's lips. But who would want the prom king dead? Warren County Sheriff's officers wonder if the answer lies in Troy's past.
Back to school shopping? Burlington, help me.
We're not shopping at 10 different stores.
And we're not spending fortune.
Burlington has everything they love for back to school. And I save a ton. I love the brand. I love the deals.
Problem solved.
We love Burlington.
For Nexium 24-hour, Mark can only imagine a peaceful night's sleep without frequent heartburn waking him up. Now, that dream is a reality. Nexium 24-hour stops acid before it starts for all-day, all-night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without heartburn?
Anything that can overpower you, overwhelm you, it obviously doesn't know you. Icy hot. Icy the dull, hot to relax. Rise from pain. Icy hot. This is what coverage looks like.
This is what coverage feels like.
But you don't have insurance coverage. You let it lapse.
Don't worry, we've got coverage for you.
Oh, you guys are talking about car insurance.
Go to the general and save some time!
With this one little NexGard shoe comes the confidence you're doing what's right to protect your dog from fleas and ticks for a full month. And it's the only chew FDA approved to prevent infections that cause Lyme disease. NexGard, what one little chew can do.
I found a way to relieve my constipation that's both gentle and fast. New Delcolax liquid works naturally with the water in my body to provide gentle relief in as little as 30 minutes. New stimulant-free Delcolax liquid puts you comfortably in control.
Do you love Reese's? Do you love Reese's Pieces?
Well, if we got a deal for you, we're making Reese's with pieces. Sort of like a buy one, get one free inside the thing you just got. Not sorry, Reese's.
Allergies with sinus congestion and pressure? Go to the pharmacy counter for powerful Claritin D. While the leading allergy spray is indicated for 6 symptoms, Claritin D is indicated for 8, including sinus congestion and pressure. Claritin D. Get more.
Hi, I'm Meredith Vieira, and I'm here to tell you about my new game show. It's a really funny word game with lots of celebrities. What?
Sorry, Meredith. You have to do it in 25 words or less.
And the grand prize each day. Really? Are you kidding me?
Those are the rules.
This is ridiculous. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the fall.
25 words or less. Premiering this fall with your host, Meredith Vieira.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
News can turn your dream home into a reality, just as any of our satisfied homeowners.
Well, I definitely recommend them to anybody because it's a no-brainer. You watch them install the windows, remove the old windows, put the new windows in there. They're custom made to what your opening is, and you can see the work when they're done, and it's beautiful.
Take 15% off all Comfort products and make no payments or pay no interest for 1 full year. We're changing the way news is covered in Central New York. Sky Eye 1, the area's first and only TV news drone, taking breaking news coverage to new heights, bringing you the stories others can't reach with perspectives only we can provide, showing you news like you've never seen it before, looking at Central New York from a different point of view. Sky Eye 1, sponsored by Adirondack Furniture.
From the antique stores on Main Street to the construction sites on the outskirts of Lebanon, Ohio, the brutal murder of Troy Timor 48 hours earlier is the talk of the town. Reporter Deborah Dixon is the face of the local news, and she knows that Troy's death is far more than another top story.
It is not something that happens in that community, and it didn't make sense. People were terrified.
3 days after Troy's death, the entire town turns out to mourn the loss of a local legend.
Troy represented a community. He was loved there. I don't know many people who have so many friends from high school that they keep hanging out with. But that's what Troy did.
Troy's death is a head-scratcher for Detective Mark Worley. Who would want to kill a man everyone admired and loved?
He was well-liked by his friends. He was close with his family. There was no immediate hostilities that we found anybody had towards him.
Detective Worley from the Warren County Sheriff's Office will have to depend on the old investigator's adage, if no one's a suspect, everyone's a suspect. So police hone in on the person closest to Troy, his brother, Jimmy.
We looked at Jimmy as a possible suspect, whether it be in his vehicle, and as far as we knew, maybe one of the last people to see Troy.
But Jimmy seems to be genuine in his grief and cooperates fully.
Jimmy's alibi was that he was with his girlfriend the whole night.
The girlfriend confirms his story, and it quickly becomes clear to detectives there was no bad blood between the brothers.
We determined that there was a close relationship between Jimmy and Troy.
Troy's family seems to be hunky-dory. But investigators learned that doesn't necessarily ring true in some other aspects of Troy's life.
One of the people that we looked at as a possible suspect was a client of Troy's doing some work together, and they had a falling out in their business.
Police learned that Troy had been in an ongoing dispute with one of his clients, John Ziffler. The root of the problem? About $5,000.
We've learned over a period of time that financial crises are often motives for one party killing another. So we had to look at this real closely to determine how things were settled between them and where this client was at the time of the murder.
Detectives pay Ziffler a visit. He claims that his deal with Troy went sour over the construction of a new house.
There was hard feelings between them. The client didn't like Troy's work.
The unsatisfied Ziffler refused to pay Troy. Troy, in turn, took Ziffler to court.
We spoke to the attorneys that were involved. The lawsuit was settled amicably.
Ziffler claims to have been out of town the night of the murder. To prove it, he takes a lie detector test and convinces police he's probably not their man. With Ziffler in the clear, investigators look for other disgruntled business acquaintances.
We looked at past business associates that Troy had. There was no immediate hostilities that we found anybody had towards him.
It's a letdown, but the cops are just scratching the surface. Everyone close to Troy knows the only other thing he loved more than work was women.
Troy had the way with women. He could wine them and dine them and just about have them eat them out of his head.
Detectives make a list of all the women that Troy had been involved with over the
last several years. And zero in on the one who most recently got away, Terry Clendenin.
Troy was working construction, and Terry was working in the office. He started dating her, and he said, you know, I could start my own company, and you could be my office manager. And that's how it started.
6 months later, the two lovebirds were living in the same nest, and everyone seemed just as enamored of her as Troy.
It made them a very cute couple. She started to become part of our family.
But it wasn't long before the family began to see blemishes in Terry's perfect facade.
She was kind of manipulative about Troy. She would kind of watch if he had too much fun. She would kind of be whiny. I could see her pulling him back into a rut, which was not Troy.
But nothing could prepare Donna for what happened next. Terry seemed to stop at nothing to get what she wanted.
When I found out about Terry embezzling from Troy's friend, I was kind of shocked. It's hard to believe
But he stepped in and rescued his best girl.
Terry was not prosecuted because Troy said he would pay the money.
After being together for 4 years, the relationship takes a nasty turn.
There were several issues in their relationship that caused it to deteriorate. One issue that led to the demise of the relationship. Terry made some accusations of domestic violence.
He said, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've been arrested for felonious assault. I said, oh my gosh, Troy, what happened? He said, Terry accused me of hitting her.
But it didn't take long for police to get to the bottom of Terry's lies.
It was determined that she had poked herself to where she drew the blood, and that she'd been thrown down the stairs. She had filed a false police report. Troy was exonerated of the charge.
It was the last straw for Troy.
He said, I'm going to break up with her. And he did, and she didn't help.
When investigators bring Terry in for questioning, she seems to be quite the opposite of the conniving shrew who tried to frame Troy 4 months earlier.
When we talked to Terry, we found her to be cooperative, and she was precise, articulate in her answers to us. She was willing to help us in any way that she said she could help.
Terry claims to have moved on with her life and never wished ill will on her ex after the breakup.
Terry was seeing somebody else, and from what we could determine, Troy kind of moved on with his life as well.
According to Terry, the two were still friends. When detectives questioned Terry about her whereabouts the night of the murder, she readily admits she was with Troy the night he was killed.
She said that Troy picked her up the night before, somewhere around 10 o'clock. They went to Lunken Airport. They went to one of the local parks, and he had taken her back home somewhere around midnight, and that was the last time that she saw him.
Terry's father confirms that she came back around midnight, hours before Troy's car was set ablaze.
She had an alibi, and as far as she was with him, but after midnight, she was back at home, and she was there for the rest of the night.
And there's one last detail that has investigators questioning Terry's guilt.
She was a lot smaller in stature compared to Troy. She was only around 115 pounds. Troy was athletic, over 200 pounds. At this point, we didn't think there's any way that she could have put that body in that trunk. So we had to start looking at the people that were closest to her. Another possible suspect that came up was a boyfriend of Terry's.
Investigators have to wonder, did Terry's boyfriend find out she was still carrying a torch for Troy?
Couldn't have rented a bigger canoe? No! Whose line is it anyway? Monday at 9 on CW6.
Nancy Drew.
Why does he say your name like that?
The truth is, everyone is a suspect.
Nancy Drew premieres October 9th at 9 on CW6.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, please listen carefully. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the door. It's a rate lock for your life insurance that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. Many policies don't have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. This plan was designed for people on a fixed income with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in for life, and coverage can never be canceled. Your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and gift. Both are free, with no obligation.
Call 1-800-524-8400 for free information and a free gift. Or visit colonialpenn.com. Call now.
For an import small SUV, make sure you stop in at Romano Volkswagen of Fayetteville and check out the Tiguan. Right now, you can lease a 2019 Tiguan S for only $227 a month. This Tiguan has a 2-liter turbocharged engine, Volkswagen Care prepaid maintenance program, Apple CarPlay, and more. And you get the People's First warranty. Prefer to buy? It's just $24,594. Or lease it for just $227 a month. Romano Volkswagen of Fayetteville.
Gabe.
Barb, you left me hanging on the high harmony there.
If you're right, yeah, you gotta get the motorcycle. 15 minutes good safety, 50% or more.
3 weeks after the vicious murder of Troy Timar, the residents of Lebanon are still haunted by the grisly crime. Reporter Deb Dixon continues to voice the concerns of the community in her nightly newscast.
Was he alive when they set the car on fire? There were so many disturbing questions. It was a horrible visual to imagine what had happened and that people really did do that.
Detective Worley has given Troy's ex-girlfriend, Terry, a clean bill of health, but believes Terry's boyfriend, Steve Heimbach, may have a motive to hurt Troy.
We didn't know if Terry's new boyfriend could have a jealousy issue.
Investigators suspect Heimbach knew about Terry's secret rendezvous with Troy and track him down at his residence on the outskirts of town.
He was forthcoming with us.
Police confirm Heimbach's rock-solid alibi. He was at his house the night of the murder, working on his sister's car.
We thought we had to eliminate him as a suspect as well.
Worley finds himself 0 for 3 with the suspect lineup. And when investigations falter, he kicks it into low gear at the nearest dojo.
I run a local Muay Thai kickboxing class at our YMCA.
It's a place you can go to kick the aggravation of an exhausting investigation.
It's really high-impact cardiovascular, fun, and it's just a great way to get the stress out. You know, when you've had some pretty challenging days.
And the challenging days have just begun the Timar investigation. Back at the police department, Detective Worley shows no mercy, and he quickly takes aim at Terry Clendenin's brother, Eric Horlock.
We thought Terry and Eric having a fairly close relationship. We didn't know if her brother could have done something to Troy.
Police question Eric Horlock to see what he knows about the death of Troy Timar.
We made several attempts to talk to Eric. We didn't have enough to really bring him in. He basically kind of fell by the wayside, if you will, as far as being involved in it.
Detectives speak to Eric's employers, who verify his alibi. Eric might be an overprotective brother, but doesn't seem like a killer.
We were able to eliminate him as a possible suspect as well.
Troy's busy social life uncovers many possible suspects, but all of them provide credible alibis and pass polygraphs. And with no DNA at the scene to compare to the perps, their investigation grinds to a halt.
It's frustrating to see a case hanging around that long, especially a homicide.
For Troy's mom, Donna, it's distressing news.
I was looking for answers. It's very frustrating to know that there is somebody out there killed my son.
9 months after Troy Timar's death, his brutal murder remains unsolved.
We ran out of leads. We didn't have a whole lot else to go on. We don't like to leave any case unsolved, especially a homicide. We've got family involved, and they're entitled to the closure. So it did eat at the investigators.
The Timar case goes cold for 5 long years.
The case was routinely looked at for new leads to possibly develop until we were able to finally get enough evidence.
The arrival of Detective John Newsom to the Warren County Sheriff's Office in 2001 jumpstarts the investigation.
I came from a homicide background in Cincinnati Police Division.
A 30-year veteran of the force, Detective Newsom is a thorough investigator with a penchant for solving cold cases.
And after I was here a year or so, the former sheriff came to me and he says, I'd really like to tap in to your background as an investigator, and specifically as a homicide investigator, and look at a couple of cold cases we were never solved, and started with the Troy Timar homicide.
And after familiarizing himself with the file, Detective Newsom has a good feeling about this one.
Well, after I read the case, I really felt the case was solvable. There are solvability factors in this case. I don't think we're exploited in the first investigation.
First up, Detective Newsom wants to learn as much as he can about Troy Timar.
I had to bring Troy back to life. I never got to meet him. So you had to give a face to him. You had to get a personality, who he was, to try to understand what led him to that point on July 4th, 1999, when he got killed. So you do that with talking to friends and family.
But after speaking with those closest to Troy, Newsom's no closer to burying this case than the original investigators.
Athletic, gregarious, hard worker, and pretty interesting guy. Ladies' man, loved his family, cherished his relationship with his friends. It was hard to find somebody that really didn't like Troy.
Detective Newsom makes a promise to Troy's mom.
I'm going to look at this. I'm going to put my heart and soul into it. I'm going to try to solve this case. I'm just going to get a picture and try to solve it.
And after thoroughly reviewing the details of the crime scene, Detective Newsom starts to get a picture of what might have happened the night Troy was killed.
They found the keys and the key fob from the car at different locations, which indicated to me, in my experience, there was probably a struggle or possibly a struggle over keys, where somebody pulls the keys, somebody pulls the key fob, and they separate. And if you've got a struggle over the keys, that's probably not a stranger. It's probably someone you know.
And Detective Newsom has a short list of persons of interest that have come to light since the original investigation in 1999. The first is a man named Jake Whitney, whom Troy worked for before he started his own company.
Troy looked like he didn't leave there under very good terms.
Whitney is surprised to see police at his doorstep, but chats with the detectives anyway.
The owner of the construction company thought a lot of Troy and didn't want Troy to leave, and just was kind of resistant to that. It turned out to be, at the end, unamicable.
And he was eliminated as a suspect. It's a setback, but hard to question as well. Newsom's other area of interest is Troy's extracurricular love life. The local Romeo was quite the charmer of women, both single and attached.
A lot of the areas that I had to look into, one of those dark corners you get into when you look into people's lives, and Troy was having an affair with Mary Jobs. In the months preceding his death,
it seems while remodeling Mrs. Jobs' home, Troy serviced his client in more ways than one. The two had a torrid three-month affair. It's a troubling detail, and detectives have to wonder, did the betrayed husband extinguish the flames of passion by striking back at Troy?
Wouldn't accept an incomplete job from
He's drinking a toe, George.
allergy pills. Flonase relieves your worst symptoms, including nasal congestion, which most pills don't. Flonase helps block 6 key inflammatory substances. Most pills only block 1. Flonase. Many people in pain settle for a restless night's sleep. There's a better choice. Aleve PM, the only one to combine a safe sleep aid and the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve that dares to last into the morning, so you feel refreshed. Aleve PM, there's a better choice.
We're made of trillions of cells that keep us active every day. Like you, your cells get hungry. Feed them with Centrum Multi-Gummies, so you can be unstoppable. Now improved, better tasting. Feed your cells today.
Family Taco Night is a heartburn night you can plan for, but surprise pizza at the office means heartburn you didn't expect. Zantac works when you need it. It relieves or prevents heartburn in as little as 30 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac. Treat your way.
Last man standing. Did it for you?
Oh, how sweet! Why is it sweet?
Nothing for me. Eve's new boyfriend meets the Baxter. Here's $4. Last man standing. Tonight at 6 on CW6.
One nigga said, here's $4.
Baseball. The biggest bet. The best bullpen. The Yankees take on the Orioles. Coverage starts Monday night at 7 on
Where these bots at?
Followed by the CW6 News at 10.
Syracuse, DA here for Romano Ford in Fayetteville. Get a whopping $6,600 discount on the 2019 EcoSport crossover SUV with 4-wheel drive. It's
Bro, in the game.
5, not $6,600 off. Buy it for $15,900. It comes with a powerful 2-liter EcoBoost engine, 16-inch alloys, sync multimedia, and more for $15,900. Trading in any car or coming out of any $159 a month.
In the game.
Between age 50
Bro, in the game.
Please look closely. The numbers are 9, 9, 5.
Bro, I swear to God.
This combination can help you unlock protection for your family's future because 995 stands for life insurance with coverage options starting at just $9.95 a month through the Colonial Penn program. Just $9.95 a month can unlock access to the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. And this affordable rate is locked in, so it can never increase for any reason at all. Call now and you'll also get this beneficiary planner. It's yours free, just for calling. So call now.
Get started now.
In the game.
687-9606 for free information. 1-800-687-9606. Call now.
Suspicious snackers. We get it. We know it can be a texture thing, and there are lots of brands to choose from. But it's time for you to pick up your big spoon and try new Good Cottage cheese. It's the brand people have trusted for more than 100 sesame years. A whole world of sweet and savory combinations.
Yo, bro, one of y'all in the game, bro.
A classic countryside. And since it's packed with satisfying protein, you'll want to try all of its amazing flavors. Don't miss out on delicious. Tune new to your local dairy aisle.
Moving, and they had a few items that were left at the last minute, and one of them happened to be an infant's crib. I had a woman call and explain that she was moving to her own apartment and she had nothing for her infant. So within 24 hours, a connection was made, and that's what motivates me to work with Give to Others and continue to provide this service because it makes such a difference in people's lives.
Learn more about our free service at givetoothers.com and help us continue to give back to our community.
Even though it's been 5 years, the murder of Troy Timar leaves a gaping wound in the lives of the citizens of Lebanon. Veteran reporter Deb Dixon continues to do her part in keeping Troy's memory and the investigation alive.
Every time there could be a story about Troy, there was a story about Troy, so that his killer would know that no one had forgotten and no one was going to let this go.
Especially not cold case detective John Newsom.
My experience in the case told me this case can be solved. It just needed a different direction and a fresh look. And I couldn't ignore it.
Specifically, an extramarital affair that Troy had with a woman named Mary Jobs. Everyone knows that infidelity is a strong motive for murder, so Detective Newsom questions Mary's husband, David. Mr. Jobs has a strong alibi. He and his wife were out camping with friends. Detective Newsom scratches the latest name off the suspects list, leading the investigation at 4th down and long. When investigations hit a roadblock, Detective Newsom changes up the pace with a trip to the gridiron.
I've been a football official for a number of years. It's kind of fun being on a football field.
And sometimes officiating a game can be more stressful than solving a homicide.
You miss a call, there's coaches' jobs, there's big scholarships on the line for these kids. It's a challenge to get it right. We also have coaches say, we're going to look at that on film, I'm going to call you. I never call.
Luckily, Detective Newsom is just as thorough off the field as on. And after clearing the latest suspects in the Timar homicide, one name keeps popping up more than a star quarterback. Terry Clendesson.
You could not shake Terry as a suspect. She is the last one on July 3rd to see him alive. By her own admission, likely she was the last one, except for the killer, to see him alive. So I knew I had a picture of a woman who is now my strongest son.
Police locate Terry living in the burbs of Cincinnati with a new husband and invite her to spend some time in the interview room. Taken aback by the police presence at her doorstep, Terry nonetheless accompanies detectives to the police station. Terry is sweet as apple pie and doesn't miss a beat when asked to reminisce about the night of July 3rd, 1999.
She said she got picked up somewhere between 10 and 10:30. From there, she said they drove down to Lunken Airport on the eastern side of Cincinnati and sat and talked for a while. And from Lunken Airport, they drove to French Park, Emberley Village, and talked and sat in the park for quite a while. And then drove home from there.
According to Terry, Troy dropped her off at home at midnight, where she stayed for the rest of the evening. Something about the detail in which Terry tells her tale strikes Detective Newsom as nothing short of amazing.
Her account that she gave, she's stuck with it. She'd gone down that road and she was going to ride that horse as long as she could about that alibi.
But Newsom knows something Terry doesn't. In 1999, police interviewed a local woman who was teaching her daughter the do's and don'ts of nighttime driving on Mason Morrow Millgrove Road.
They were switching drivers there, and a male voice say, "Help me, please help me."
The cries for help were heard between 10:15 and 11:30 p.m. the night Troy was murdered. At the exact time Terry said she was with Troy.
That woman was very upset that she thought she could help somebody and did, and still is to this day.
Newsom doesn't let Terry walk away without a parting salvo.
And last night I told her, I said, "Terry, I'm going to get you for this. Rest assured, I'm going to get you."
A closer look at Terry's father's statement from the original report brings the events of the night into clearer focus.
Her father remembered the timeline a little bit more specifically, that he was definitely watching something on television that was on between 11 and midnight. He was downstairs when Terry came home, which would have put him before 11:30.
A critical detail in determining if Terry's alibi was legit.
So if she's leaving between 10 and 10:30 and home before 11:30, extrapolating times, she was gone no more than about an hour and 15 minutes. These times didn't make sense to me.
The local detective knows Terry's detailed claim that she and Troy went to multiple destinations in the span of 1 hour is not possible. So why the elaborate alibi?
So I did a time motion study, beginning with a stopwatch and a clipboard from her parents' house on the night of July 3rd, so I could recreate traffic conditions.
Detective Newsom wants to put Terry at the crime scene, and not the many other places she claimed to be.
I timed the various routes, actually 3 different routes. And then from Los Angeles, and if you sat and gave her the benefit of the doubt, let's say they 15 to 20 minutes in both places, and then going to French Park and walking the path through the woods with drive time, the quickest that could have been done is about 2 minutes. So her timeline, which is blown out of the water, it couldn't exist.
Porque soy hacker mío. Tengo demasiado
hacker mis nalgas. No, Iker. Mano, vete aquí. Face, no sé qué broma. Cristian, no sé qué broma. Vete aquí, estorbas.
Bueno, sacó el pico después de 4 años. Yo sé.
Dime.
Ay, me baila. Bueno, tirando el que era la cabeza de 23. ¡Vasco! Tengo demasiada necesidad.
¡Ayúdame!
¿Ya ves lo que se siente cuando te dicen que una parte, cuando dices una parte y luego te dicen otra? Así me hiciste llorar a mí, tú. No, tengo verdad. Tengo demasiado las ganas de Aparecí fuera del pero si aparecí fuera del mapa.
Iker, te expulsaron.
Eso no vale las bombas de humo. No valen las bombas de humo.
Yo, Bucky.
6 years after the murder of Troy Timar, Warren County's finest are finally closing in on the killer. Police are convinced that Troy's ex, Terry Clendenin, killed him in a jealous rage and had an accomplice to help her cover up the crime.
Terry was a good-looking woman and had the power of manipulation of the people.
But who would be so enamored of Terry that they would do her evil bidding in 1999? Detective John Newsom sets his sights on the man closest to Terry at the time, her boyfriend, Steve Heinbach.
Well, Steve and Terry had been going out over a period of months. So we thought that Steve may, or he may not kill Troy, maybe help her with it.
Detective Newsom decides to bring Heinbach in for questioning. And despite a local address, it's suspiciously hard to track the hard-working mechanic down.
He was kind of elusive, did not want to talk to me at first. So he actually piqued my curiosity to the point where I was showing up in the store and knocking on the door and saying, you know, sooner or later you need to talk to me or I will take other measures to force you to talk to me.
But before push comes to shove, Heinbach agrees to an interview with Detective Newsom. Heinbach's annoyed and sticks to his earlier story of being at home, working on his sister's car when the murder occurred.
He had a decent alibi for the night of Troy's murder. Not airtight, but pretty good. One that was very plausible in my mind.
Hello?
We were able to confirm that, yes, he had to work on his sister's car. He definitely worked on it.
And to be absolutely certain he isn't lying, police ask Heinbach to put his money where his mouth is.
And he passed the polygraph that what he was telling us was true. So there was no reason to think he was involved. So I felt relatively secure that that part of the investigation was off the table.
Having eliminated Terry's ex-boyfriend, detectives turn their attention to the Terry could have manipulated at the time.
The person who was still strongly on the radar was her brother, Eric Corline. There is it's been turmoil. You need to let this go. And he said, give me a minute. And he put his hands down on his knees.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
I told you I was gonna get you, and I got you.
Hello?
Hello?
Later that night, and I remember saying, we got it.
Hi.
And then I just hollered, they made they arrest her. And I said, John, I feel like I've had so much weight lifted off. And I don't even know if I told him I loved him, but I did.
In spite of the undeniable evidence against her, Terry seems unperturbed and maintains her innocence during the trial.
Terry's statement in court was, I'm sorry, if I did this, I don't remember, and I have mental problems.
But the gruesome facts of the vicious murder still come to light.
Terry couldn't stand when the good-looking, popular guy didn't want anything to do with her anymore. If I can't have you, nobody can. I believe that's why Terry killed Troy.
And she put her plan into action on the night of July 3rd, 1999.
I think she called him and threatened suicide or something. He had to get him out of the house that night.
Troy picks her up. They go out. They go to Mason Mara Road outside of South Lebanon.
Troy and Terry get in an argument like so many times before. Only this time, Terry has it up.
I think she's surprised he wasn't standing outside his door. How you got out? Troy was shot as she was getting out of the car.
With no one else to turn to, Terry calls her brother, Eric, at work.
I was so afraid that she and Troy had gotten into a fight, an argument, and she shot Troy.
Eric picks up Terry from the crime scene and takes her home around 11:30 p.m. to establish her alibi. The two return to the crime scene between 3 and 4 a.m. with gasoline.
They put the body in the trunk, make a trail to the driveway, set it on fire.
No one would have backed up. I'll be right back. Don't breathe, bro. Head open. You can't hear it.
On October 26, 2006, Terry Clinton lost
don't
is
let her
found
go to
guilty
shed.
for the first-degree murder of
She spent a whole life using people and manipulating people and pretending and lying and getting away with it. She is an empty soul.
This is a hot car.
It's a very evil thing.
But at the sentencing, Troy's mother has an unusual request.
And I said, I just want to look into your eyes. The eyes that my son fell in love with. The eyes that shared our family gatherings. I want to look at the eyes that killed my son and watched him die.
Terry Boss is sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole in 30 years. In a separate trial, Eric Horline pleads guilty to the charge of abuse of a corpse and is sentenced to 5 years in prison.
I don't think Terry loved Eric. I think she used him and used him in the ultimate evilest, darkest way for murder.
Troy may be gone, but the residents of his town keep his memory alive.
Through Troy's death, we've been blessed with so many things. Trees have been planted in his name. There's bricks at the high school, bricks at our local church. Of course, I have 2 grandchildren that are named after their Uncle Troy.
The citizens of Lebanon, Ohio resume their daily lives and are thankful that their town is safe again.
The future of our community is in your hands.
You can make a difference by supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Syracuse as we celebrate 125 years. We serve more than 1,000 youth, offering kids a safe environment.
The Boys and Girls Club promise our kids a great future by not only keeping them safe and off the streets, but by giving them opportunities to change their lives.
It's a history that must continue for our children. Go to bccsyracuse.org to donate now.
Their future is in your hands.
So cool. Together.
Just
cool.
We're all for it.
All for it.
All for acceptance. Joining forces. Being an ally.
All for expression. Finding your voice.
finding yourself.
Finding your power. All for Mr. Mom.
Let's save the world.
Or no labels at all. All for showing out.
Standing out.
Coming out.
All for defying stereotypes.
Defying gender types. Defying whatever you want.
All for we. All for us. All for together. The CW Dare to Defy Together. Batwoman premieres October 6th on CW6.
Is your daughter with you today?
No, she's at high risk. She's pregnant. She had to be rushed to the hospital.
I informed her that we got this invitation in the mail. She said, I don't recall that.
Well, you having trouble with your kids?
I move around a lot.
Yeah.
Like a gypsy of Rhode Island. I forgot about it.
Oh, remember they got a summons in the mail, right?
Yeah.
This is the courtroom of Judge Frank Caprio, where people in cases are met with compassion. A different kind of judge. A courtroom like no other. This is Court of Providence.
James Falcone. Are you Ronald Falcone?
Yes, correct.
Okay. You have some tickets that go back to last year.
Tickets?
Let me go through this. Let me go through this by the numbers, okay?
Yeah, sure.
There's a car registered to Pamela Falcone.
Correct.
Is that your wife?
Yes.
All right, you drive the car, or
No.
she drives it?
Neither one of us do. It's we have 2 children.
Oh. I've never heard that before. Well, one of your children allegedly parked on the sidewalk, and the other child allegedly went through a red light on Allen's Avenue and Terminal Street.
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah, that's the one I was...
We have a video. We're going to show you the video.
Okay.
What did your child tell you about the red light?
Well, I informed her that we got this invitation in the mail, and I showed it to her, and she said, I don't recall that. I said, okay, well, it's right here in black and white. But then I went online and I viewed the video.
Yeah.
And I kind of favored her.
I can't believe that he supported his daughter against the son.
Well,
in other words, he doesn't recall either then, because that was the daughter's statement. She didn't recall. Well, she was at a Senate hearing.
Why don't Inspector Quinn and I look at the video and see what we think, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's
I might recall this, though.
There's a point of no return.
Yeah, that's called the day you had her.
Have you been sitting in the courtroom?
A long time.
Haven't you heard what I've been addressing when it comes to
the 110
Allen's Avenue and Terminal Street? There were 2 stop lines.
No, I know.
Right, the precedent has been established that if the motorist has passed the first stop line, we dismiss the case.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to tell me?
I think she's beyond the first line.
That just came to you now?
Well, no, I
All right, you also have a parking ticket on South Water Street.
Stick with the I don't recall. It's easier for you.
So there's a parking ticket, I'm sorry?
On South Water Street.
Where is that?
It's down where all the kids get together and celebrate.
Hot club.
Oh, okay.
There are a bunch of watering holes down there that are very popular.
I know. When I was a kid, I used to go there, but I stay away from there.
So your daughter's following your footsteps. No wonder why.
He didn't leave the parking spot for her. He should have.
Once you have trouble with the kids, you find out they get it from the father. Right? Well, it's going to cost you $30 for that ticket.
Okay.
Don't leave yet. Now, now we get to you.
All right.
You have 4 parking tickets that go back last year.
What's the location you're on?
North Main, Thayer, Waterman, and Park Row.
Yeah, it had to be one of my other daughter.
Well, you having trouble with your kids.
Well, and I sent them to a good school. I figured that, they would be a little sharper than that, but unfortunately.
I'm sure you have wonderful daughters.
Yeah.
If this is the only problem you have with your daughters, you are a lucky man.
I know.
Count your blessings.
You're right.
It's $150. Well worth it for having such wonderful daughters.
Thank you.
Mr. Mr. Falcone, you said that you sent your daughters to a good school, so you thought that they would be smarter than that? Smarter than what? They racked up $150 worth of tickets, get you to come down to court and pay for it all. Who's the smart ones in this situation? I believe it's your highly educated daughters, Ronald. College money well spent, my man. Congratulations.
Stephanie Hendrickson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Stephanie, your motor vehicle has been booted.
Yes, it has. I have the paperwork here to show that I live there. My landlord never told me I needed a permit to park there. And these tickets are old, like in July and August when I first moved in.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me frame the issue first, okay?
Yes.
All right. First of all, you have a red light violation. Are you aware of that?
No.
Well, it was mailed to 74 First Street.
Yeah, I don't live there anymore, Your Honor.
Well, that was in 2007.
Okay.
So you probably just...
yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah. I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah. Who would remember they got a summons in the mail, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Inspector Quinn, you wouldn't remember that, would you?
And then I had to go out for work yesterday morning.
There was summons in the mail, and you think... that's insignificant.
I move around a lot.
Yeah.
Like a gypsy of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I do.
Now you're living on Brighton Street, and you have 3 tickets outside your house on Brighton Street.
Mm-hmm.
However, having said all that, your motor vehicle has been booted.
Yes, it has. They told me it could be